everybody, it's me, Kajaya, and I'm here with a special guest, another Scorpio rising. My first, well, he was on my Facebook for a long time, I think, but then I actually not seen him in person, but seen him in a video with Crystal Land about Scorpio rising. So, David, say what's up.
Yes, aloha everybody. Thank you for bringing me on, Kajaya. Bringing me into the fellow Scorpio rising clan here. I feel honored.
Thank you. And of course, this will be another video about Scorpio rising. I feel like part of me feels like I'm just like exhausting this topic, but another
Oh, I
part of me is
love
like there's so much more you can go on and talk about. But we're gonna, of course, from the title of the video, we're going to discuss the different midheavens that Scorpio risings have. Mostly Leo and Virgo because he has a Virgo midheaven. I have a Leo midheaven. And sometimes Cancer gets thrown in there, but I don't count that.
No, they don't matter in this video. No, it's a
No,
lot.
no, they really don't.
Oh, God, they're gonna start crying about it, Kajaya. They're gonna go cry and get upset that we.
They'll get over it. You know, they have mood swings. But we're going to talk about how the different midheavens can affect the ascendant because, you know, everything is perception and your ascendant is what people are throwing on you and the midheaven is what you're trying to throw out. How people see you and how that Scorpio rising energy will shoot out in public, if that makes any sense.
Oh yeah, I kind of feel like the midheaven is like the ascendant 2.0, but like you said, you kind of can control it a little more because I can't control my Scorpio rising. Even when I want to, it's just there. I can't do anything about it. But I feel like the midheaven, you can kind of tweak it a little bit, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. So, having a Virgo midheaven, what are the challenges and what are some of the benefits? Do you think?
Boy.
What does it take away from your Scorpio rising, but what does it add?
Other than the fact that anything Virgo just sucks in my world. I try not to hate on it too much.
He can hate on it because he's a Virgo.
It works. So it works in this regard. I guess the challenging part of it is that, like Scorpio, it can kind of be very inward and introverted sometimes. So Scorpio already doesn't always want to be seen and put on the limelight. We all know that. And Virgo can really be that way too. So when you've got two of these outward faces that are that way, you're sometimes like, okay, don't put me in the limelight. Never put me in the limelight. You just never want that. But one of the more upper things that I like about it is that I kind of feel like Scorpio and Virgo are kind of like a brother-sister sign in a way. Mm-hmm. Their glyph is really similar to me. I think Scorpio's got the M going out, Virgo's got the M going in. So I think Virgo kind of really has this wanting to help everybody mentality and healer, really be of service. And Scorpio, when it's on the higher side of that and gets past all singing everybody, you know, then it kind of might want to help them too. So I kind of like that regard. They kind of, I think they're in sextile to each other aspect-wise. So it's kind of a smooth, flowing energy. So that part's kind of nice, but there's a lot of downfalls that come with it. Or is it just being Virgo? Just that reason alone. But what about Leo? How is having a Leo midheaven with it? How does that counteract? How does it help?
That is the worst midheaven for Scorpio rising. It's the best and the worst, and it's so awkward. It's why, out of all the rising signs in the midheavens to match together, why the fuck would you put that in Leo? But of course, the ego, you know, Leo has a big, huge fucking ego, and Scorpio has a big, huge ego. So of course, that's a problem. Scorpio also, like you said, doesn't want to be seen, and I think with that Leo midheaven, you're going to attract attention wherever you go. And there's also going to be I had this moment, you know, when you're a kid and they put you in school plays. Of course, they put me at the front of the fucking stage to sing and dance. The whole time I had my head down because I was so nervous, but I was doing all the dance steps. You mentioned the aspect between Leo and Scorpio is a square. You know, they're both fixed signs, so it's this need to want to express yourself. but also something like holding you back, wanting to hide, which is just really annoying. Like when I would go to dance auditions or just try to stand out in public, I would sort of mentally have to tell my Scorpio rising, all right, get the fuck out of the way. I need to shine right now.
Oh gosh, yeah, I can imagine. Holy crap. Um, well, so because it is an energy that wants to be recognized so much. So like, is it always a battle, or is there sometimes the Leo wins and the Scorpio wins? How does that work?
Oh my God. I think the Scorpio rising nature sort of focuses on like having personal power and success when the Leo side wants to be recognized for that. So that's a battle. Um, how does it work? It's all right, get the fuck out of the way. I need to shine right now. That's basically how it happens.
Coming through.
Yeah, it's like move, get out of
Oh,
the way. But also I think like a Scorpio rising with a Leo midheaven would have more, I guess, confidence in them. You know, they have that Leo flair and that creativity, and there's a need to want to express that. So after a while, it's like, all right, I have to get what's ever in me out. So
yeah, oh, I love that. Like the creative expression that's got to come along with that. Um, Especially now, are you into the arts and things like that? I know you mentioned drama, like when you were younger. Are you still doing a lot of things that you're being seen for?
yeah, summer's coming up, and I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. So I'm like, and I got a car, so I'm like fucking waiting to go on dance auditions and acting auditions
Oh,
and things like that. So sometimes I really hate how dramatic I can be. Like I can be overly dramatic. You know, it's like when you tell someone like that's too much acting, you sort of went overboard. So,
like it just comes along with the territory. Bow down.
so as far as work, like Virgo, the Virgo midheaven. Well, in private, I would think a Scorpio rising with a Virgo midheaven would be like a diva in private. When
Oh yes.
on the other end, a Scorpio rising with the Leo midheaven would just be a diva 24/7.
That really does act out that way. Because in work, I will say I've been in medical the last couple of years, and so that's a very field where it's very Virgoan. You're helping people, getting to be of service, and usually just kind of doing exactly what you have to do for the need of somebody else. But yeah, behind the scenes, when you're not dealing with patients and all that, everyone's like, oh, this is exactly how this person should be doing this, and it should be my way. This is how it should go. And of course, you don't do that to their face by any means. Very Virgo midheaveny, but yeah, that definitely occurs. The Virgo bitchiness is a big thing that stays behind the scenes. I hope so, at least, because I see some Virgo energy gone wrong, how I like to call it, when they're that way towards other people, and oh god, that just puts me off immediately. It's like, X, no, can't have it.
Now, have you met other Scorpio risings? Because I've met a few, like in person. Like, can you, like, when talking to them or interacting with them, can you like tell the difference between a midheaven, like the midheaven that they have, because it is a public, persona that they give off.
Oh yes, definitely. There's such a big difference. Like, three of my best friends are Scorpio risings, and two of them have the Virgo midheaven. One of them has the Leo midheaven. And the Leo midheaven, like when we're all together, it's such a different energy. Like, and I like that you said the confidence, and there's just this royal energy about her specifically that she has. She really owns her Scorpio energy. Like I've noticed people with the Virgo midheaven
Creep
are
factor.
sometimes kind of
Real sketchy. Those are sketchy ones.
a little bit sketchy, yeah, right? Cannot deny that at all. Um, yeah, like holy crap. I think that the Virgo midheaven kind of maybe not tames the Scorpio rising at all, but it like it smothers it out a little bit, kind of. Whereas the Leo rising is like they really have that, not Leo rising, the Leo midheaven. Um, they don't really. I don't. Do you find that you don't care as much that people? Because I know sometimes the Scorpio energy puts people off a lot of the time, especially with the rising. Do you find that you don't care as much if it puts somebody up like, hey, this is me, I don't give a fuck.
Absolutely not. I got a bag full of fucks in there. I'm not giving any out.
Like, oh, I love
Sorry
that.
for the profanity. But yeah,
It's not gonna happen.
it's the confidence that comes along with that. It's like, okay, you know, whatever. So do you think the Virgo MC sort of becomes like a victim or meshes with the Scorpio rising, where the Leo with the Scorpio rising sort of learns how to use it and go along with it instead of being smothered by it?
Yes, I would definitely agree with that. Like, it does get very smothering because they blend together well in one way, but also at the same time, it's sometimes too much of a blend to where it's too comfortable. And sometimes that's kind of why I actually like the aspect of a square, like between the Leo and Scorpio, because the square, yeah, right? It's like it gives you tension so that it forces you to get out of that box and do something with it, something constructive. Creativity can come along with that, whereas sometimes that sextile aspect can be too like that mattress you just don't want to get off of. It's too comfortable, you know?
And then you have bad sores afterwards.
Right? Oh Lord, especially where the Scorpio is concerned. Holy crap. Yeah, that I never even thought of it that way before, but now that I think about it, yeah, too comfy.
Do you know who Starlight Oracle is?
I'm pretty sure, didn't you do a hangout with her and Carolyn Mayberry on, I think I saw that. Yeah.
I had asked her, and she gave me a quote, and I'm going to read it now, about, you know, how the different midheavens would affect the Scorpio rising. She said, I would say Scorpio with a Leo MC is more ambitious, driven to create something special in this life, to be independent, and to express their truth is super important for them. Also, self-expression through some creative and very passionate means. Now, for the Virgo MC, I was very jealous because she typed out something very long and beautiful for you guys and just gave us a short paragraph. She said a Scorpio rising with a Virgo MC would have to strive to raise themselves to a more refined aspect of their personal expression, perhaps through writing, communication, and being of service to people in some form or another, and still going to be transformational. I think, however, they would be more powerful when living in their personal integrity and then helping others somehow, but a refining and integration of their darker self and experience in order to heal others through vocation.
Interesting. Why is she
Work
helping
with
Virgo
people and
energy
I perform. You see, I'm so selfish. I couldn't live my life in service of others.
Like, I'm glad you said, because that's something I don't like about this aspect, is
Really?
that I feel as if I'm not doing that, that there's something wrong, and like there's something wrong with me, and it can be bad because you lose yourself in that sometimes, because if you're so busy, kind of, I feel like Pisces lives more, like bleeds through people half the time, but Virgo kind of does it too. Like, you don't know where you begin and where someone else ends, because you're so meshed up in helping them, and then you end up resenting all the people you do it. Because I'm almost so ready to get out of medical, because I'm like, it just gets annoying after a while. But
Is this a therapy venting session you're having right now?
it's my Venus and Leo. I want some recognition.
That is a hot mess of a damn placement.
Oh God, right?
My sister has it because she's my stepsister. She's a Leo with a Leo rising, Venus and Leo, and her Venus is in the 12th house. So can you imagine the? Oh my God! I swear, Venus and Leo is just—it's a hot mess.
Oh, I'm glad someone understands. Someone finally gets it. You have your Venus and Virgo, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
You hear how it just all declined? Yeah. Just had to bring that up, didn't you?
So we understand each other's love nature then.
Right. Virgo it's one of those energies you have to learn to work with. That's what always comes out first. It's like, you know what? I've learned to work with that energy. I've learned to bring it out when it needs to be. Virgo doesn't need to be on display 24/7.
No, we don't want that. There's a reason it's the behind the scenes guy. You don't want Virgo bitching everyone out all day. It's so hilarious because I find that Virgo energy wants to complain about everything and how everyone's not doing it right. But the truth is, they like picking up behind everybody and helping, and they get enjoyment on some weird level out of that. So it's like, don't complain. Just don't.
My roommate is a Virgo, and I swear, he just bitches about everything. But he's cool though. He's cool. He just like
Yeah, I can't do it. Like I'll be around other Virgos. Like most of my friends are Pisces and Scorpio people, and Leo people. Like that's probably my three favorite energies: Leo, Pisces, and Scorpio. But yeah, I just don't do well with other Virgo people. I'm like, if I'm acting like that, shoot me, please. I don't want to be associated with it.
I had posted on Facebook, where can I like find some Virgo repellent? Because I feel like ever since I've gotten to Nashville, I'm so like everyone I meet is a fucking Virgo. And I'm like, get away from me.
You know, they say that Nashville's a pretty big music city, isn't it? Okay, maybe that's why. I know there's a lot of like Virgo influenced music people, I guess. I don't know why that is. Maybe working with the hands a lot or something like that. But oh my gosh, I'm jealous. I love Nashville
Have
so
you
much.
been here?
I have. Have you ever heard of Bass Nectar before?
What?
Have you heard of Bass Nectar?
No.
Lauren Ashton? Yeah, I go to his
just
shows on
got
YouTube.
a car, so I'm just making my way around the city.
Oh, gotcha. Finally learn it. It's a huge place, man. It's so huge.
I feel like it's so small. Like everybody knows everybody.
Well, it is. It's kind of a country town in that regard, so maybe that's why. I don't know. I only saw like little small segments of it, but it's beautiful.
There are some weird people here, though. But that's a conversation off camera.
Oh God. Uh-oh. Stories from Kajaya.
Oh my God. Let it out.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that like that's okay, because you know how Scorpio really
Put your notes down. You're like, all right, fuck it.
we're gonna go into it now. Scorpio really likes to investigate everything, and then Virgo really likes to analyze everything, which I guess is kind of two different things. I don't know. And the only bad thing about that, Scorpio never forgets anything ever that you've said to them, any wrongdoing, and then Virgo analyzes everything to the tiniest little dot and T. You find with this placement shape, right? It's one big laughing session, but like, oh God. Yeah, with this, I just feel like you know other people better than you know yourself half the time. Like just because you spend so much time observing every little thing about them. Like I'll just be talking to people at work sometimes, and I'll just notice certain things about them and kind of call them out on there. Like, why are you doing that? I really think that's the Virgo midheaven aspects, like with the Scorpio, and like there's just no detail that goes unnoticed, and that works in one regard, but makes my mind go crazy. So that's kind of annoying. But like, how would you say, even outside of work, just dealing with the public in general, even internet, anything in life, does the Leo midheaven, I don't know, how would you say, like, does it bring, not that you're analyzing things with it, but what would be the biggest work field with that?
The what?
What would you be doing work-wise mostly with that?
With a Leo midheaven on internet? Anything that I can freely express myself, where I don't have someone sort of like hanging over my head because I hate a boss. Like I got my feelings hurt when I first got into the workforce. It was the worst. I'm like, who the fuck did this guy think he is, telling me what to do? Again, just being creative and like expressing myself. Like I wanna act and dance. But when it comes to other people, like you said, you're constantly over analyzing people. I'm sort of doing that to myself. It's like, all right, how can I be perfect? How can I, how can I steal the show? And not really focusing on others, Sort of like, I guess it's like kind of mean, but I think Leo is here to show people about real self-love and self-expression. That's what I think Leo's main job is.
Hey man, it's the light. Like that's what the sun does. Like, you know, the other planets are drawn to it for a reason, right?
Hey, this man speaks nothing but truth.
I love it. Like, you know, and it's funny that you mentioned in the beginning, you know, obviously Leo being about ego, but that Scorpio has a lot to do with ego, and people don't often think that, but I've always thought that, and no one else ever agrees with me. I think Scorpio has one of the biggest egos ever, and I don't know, like, what's your take on that? Like, is it like a self-protection thing, ego-wise, with Scorpio, or recognition, or what is that?
It's a self-protection thing, but also a little bit of recognition because they want to be seen as powerful. You can't mess with me. You know, I'm the boss.
Oh gosh,
But
yeah.
Leo is just walks around like my shit doesn't stink. Everyone kiss my ass, sort of deal. I think Scorpio sort of cares about public opinion when Leo doesn't. You know.
Exactly. And it is that whole power thing, like, you know, it's like in one way they don't want to be figured, and that's what's where the enigma comes in with it. It's like they want to be seen, and they get pissed off if people don't see them, but at the same time, we just don't want anybody asking any questions about us.
My God, I will freak out on you.
Like, don't do it.
Ask me what I had for breakfast. Why?
Why? What happened?
Food.
What do you really want to know? What's really going on here? God,
Like,
so paranoid.
that's not what you really want to ask me. What are you trying to say?
Yeah, let's just get down to business here. Let's remove this facade here, man. It's like it's funny because I find that I do what I hate people doing to me. Like when I first meet someone, I just ask them tons and tons and tons of questions, and they'll get so annoyed. And as soon as they spin one on me, I'm like, wait, stop, don't do that. You're not allowed to ask me.
Let's talk about you.
Yeah, let's investigate you. Didn't you read the disclaimer?
No questions asked. This fucking security gate will go up so fast. Then I go, shit, let me think of a good lie.
Like that's how we work here.
Well, hey, you know, I was watching Alicia Sharp's video on the 10th house, and she said the midheaven is sort of like the other rising sign, which I totally like relate to and understand. Like, do you ever feel like a Virgo rising, or you connect well with other Virgo risings?
No.
I guess not.
Virgo rising, they're worse than the sun sign. I think they're even worse than the sun. Like, holy crap. But that's another
video. My mother's a Virgo rising.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, my dad's a Virgo rising, and I tell him all the time, like, oh, turn it off. But, holy crap. I definitely, she killed that video, though. That was amazing. I do agree, it definitely is, like, your second ascendant. And kind of like we said earlier on, like you can kind of play with it a little bit more because like you want to show the world this. I'm not sure why I want to show the world Virgo. I haven't quite understood that yet, but apparently,
what's to show?
Right? Apparently that just happened.
I'm sorry. Hey,
it's
a real shit show. People don't watch.
It don't offend me at all, but. Hopefully we don't step all over the other Virgos out there. We got to give them a little love, I guess.
They're love taps.
Slowly, surely. Holy crap. But I will say it is cool just in general because we both do have our sun in the 10th house. I kind of like that placement. It's nice, you know, it's very ambitious and successful. And that's another place.
Love life.
Right? God, like,
whatever that is, you know.
Like there's no time for anything else in our life. I feel like it's just work. Like when does it pay off?
One day it better, or I'm going to burn everything down. I think it makes us very driven, like focused on a goal. And if we don't put up with bums. Like,
no,
it's like, yeah, sorry. Like, where are you going with your life? Like if I'm interested in someone, like the first question I'll ask them is, so what do you see yourself in 10 years? Like, what are you doing? Like, you know, what's going on? Do you have some kind of plan? And that answer determines everything.
The big Kajaya question. I love that because that's why half my friendships from like high school, I don't talk to half of them anymore because they're just like doing nothing, the same old shit. And I'm just like, hello, over here, working, planning,
Yeah.
goaling it up. What are you doing?
They're all getting fat and getting pregnant. Like, oh my, I seen some of my old crushes, and I'm like, oh, I dodged a bullet with you.
You're like, oh God, what happened?
I still look great, but wow.
Like
So
that ain't
let
happening.
yourself go. It's awful. We just and we're both playing with our hair.
Right? This is like
You're not a
astrology
Leo. Are you sure you're not a
uncensored.
Leo?
Oh Lord, the uncensored astrology here.
Oh my god. None of us are drinking, by the way.
This is just raw.
This is winging it. This is what winging it does.
Raw as it gets.
And I had another question. I was gonna ask you something else. Oh yeah, I was gonna say like because my son is in my 10th house and I have this Leo midheaven, I feel like I like out Leo sometimes. It's like I'll go out, I'm like, come on, we're gonna have fun. And, I'm there in the middle of the dance floor, turning up, and I'm like, where the fuck are you guys at? Yeah, so that gets awkward. I'm like, come on, you guys, you're not keeping up with all this craziness. What's going on?
Yeah, join the party here. Join the life of it. Oh
Yes.
Lord.
And so you're still in Hawaii, right?
No, I'm actually back on the mainland right now.
I
I
love
came
how
back
he says the
for
mainland.
several
I'm
reasons.
not
Yeah,
back in the States. I'm on the mainland right now.
it rubbed off on me, like their language and everything so quickly. Like I've been saying aloha to everybody here just because I just love that it just sounds cool and the meaning
And it's
behind it.
something different. He has Venus in the 9th house, so just go
Right?
with it.
People just look at me like, what the fuck are you saying? Like this isn't an island. This is fucking Florida. I'm like, sorry, you have to bring some.
Wait.
Come on. Florida just sucks.
Wait.
Everything about it.
Did you say hola? Because you're in
Yeah,
Florida.
we do a lot of that down here in Florida. That's for
Oh my
sure.
god. I'm planning to come to Miami with a friend in the
Ooh.
summer. Of course, to cut up and have a damn good time.
Hey, Miami
But
is a
I'm
place.
going to edit some of this and keep some of the crazy parts in, but oh my god. I can't, my Leo midheaven can't be seen like this, man. It can't.
No, we just can't do it. My critical Virgo nature just can't have it.
Yeah.
Nicely.
Thank you for doing this. Do you have anything else you want to add or say?
Um, let's see. If you could choose the Leo midheaven. Choose the Leo midheaven. Forget Virgo midheavens.
It's not like they really have a choice in the matter, right? It's
I
like,
know, like
push
just
me
go
back
back
up
and change
in.
your title.
That dial needs to change a little bit
I
more.
know, just a little bit. It is weird how that works. I guess you're a earlier degree Scorpio rising, right? Like it's 6 degrees.
Yeah, but the thing is, Starlight Oracle, I think she's like a 28-degree Scorpio rising, and her midheaven is in Leo.
So how does that? I got totally cheated out. Like what happened? No, this isn't fair.
I swear I've seen like some Sag rising with like a Leo midheaven.
Yeah, no, that'd be a cool placement. Because it's weird because even though I have the Scorpio rising, because it's so late degree, all the Sag transits go through my first house. So sometimes I feel like, wait, what am I? Who am I? But it always comes back to
I
Scorpio.
did
There's
a
no
video
doubt.
on that
Yeah,
with
there's no.
Carolyn Mayberry because I was like, okay. I know this door says Scorpio, but when you open it, it's all Sagittarius. So
Right? See, that's what it feels like with those houses. Like it's like that's the door, but what's in there is
yeah,
just
it's
some
like what's
funky
coming
energy,
inside. Like most of this house is filled with Sagittarius. So
right? It's like the guest, the house guest that's really running the show underneath all of
that annoying roommate you just can't get rid of.
it. Yeah, that's Sagittarius for sure. You can't shut that one up.
Yeah, I got the shittier end of the stick on this one, you guys. I got all Scorpio in that first house.
Oh, there ain't no escaping
You
it,
win, you
guys.
win, you win, you win.
It's all there. But yeah, I guess that's what happens. I guess if a Scorpio rising has a Virgo midheaven, it's because they have the interceptions in their chart, I think. Which again, I don't know why that happens or how. I need to look more into that.
We need to write
But
a letter to someone. I don't know
yeah,
who we're gonna send it to, but someone's gonna answer our damn question.
we're gonna find this out. Like, the planets
Hey,
up
we
in
can
the
track
sky.
someone down. Investigation is our thing.
This just ain't happening. But hey, whatever. It's what I got stuck with, so I'm gonna make it work.
Right.
Sun in the 10th house. What can I say? That saves me every time.
All right. Well, I'm gonna stop this
Okay.
monstrosity that we've created. Thank you for doing this with me, David.
That's good, Jaya. This has been so much fun.
We're gonna have to talk again, but have it more Virgo influence, i.e., organized and have more than 2 questions.
Bring some order to this thing.
Yeah, but we winged it pretty fucking nicely. All right, I will say that. Kudos
Yeah,
to
I
you,
gotta
man.
say,
Great
this
job.
was legit.
I'm gonna stop now.